Well, welcome everyone, and thanks for joining us. And happy holidays. Hope that you had a wonderful Christmas. This is Marty and Cheryl Turner with some great stuff to share with you about 2023 vision. So excited that you're joining us. And again, Marty and Cheryl, master coordinators with Shackley, and we got a lot of great stuff to share with you about vision, goals, and of course, the big thing is helping you to accomplish more in 2023.
That's right.
So with that, sweetie, if you'd like to go ahead and get started, or I guess I should.
Okay.
All right, here we go. So let's talk about goal setting and goal getting. One of the big things that people need to know and understand is that when we build our business, we impact people's lives on every level. So you need to really find your why. What is it that drives you? We always talk about the why needs to be so strong, so emotional. The why makes you cry. Now, I know that sounds a little bit weird, but it's that deep hearted feeling of what it is that you want to do. So how many people do you want to help live a stronger, safer, healthier life? Because with these products and with this business, we can impact so many people's lives in such a positive way. And to give you kind of an idea of how to get your mind straight on like how much money would it take, what would it mean to change your life, we always talk about if you won the lottery. And it's not like the big $1 billion or 500 million, but just basically the lottery where instead of taking the one lump sum that you were able to get a check every month for $10,000 a month for 20 years. That's one of the options. How would that change your life? I mean, think about what you would do and how things would be different for your family. What kind of home you would live in, where you would live, the kind of traveling you would do. Would it be, locally, nationally, or internationally? And the kind of schools. Maybe you'll go back to school because you're not having to work so hard. Maybe you're going to help your children or grandchildren with their schooling. Maybe you're going to help and do some stuff in the missions field for you, or maybe you're going to be what we talk about as a checkbook missionary, where we write checks to help people to dig wells and build churches and do the things that need to be done to sponsor missionaries. So all of those things take money. And we talk about the love of money that will trip you up. Having a lot of money will help a lot of people. And if you're a good person, good things will happen. So with that, let's talk a little bit more about where you're at and just focus on the idea that if the number happens, when you see that number happen in your mind by visualizing it, those numbers can happen for you. So Cheryl, talk a little bit more about verbalizing your goals, not just visualizing them.
Right. And this is something I had to really learn to do. It didn't come naturally to me. I was in a very bad place with my 3 children when I was a single mom, and I would go to sleep trying to put us into a better home, a safer home, have more food in the fridge, so my kids could have milk on their Cheerios instead of water. I really had to learn to visualize where I wanted to be so I could pull myself out of where I was. And to do that, you need to paint a picture in your mind. You need to see that end result. One day I woke up and I was confused that I was still in my little 700 square foot house with my 3 kids, my son-in-law and my granddaughter. And then you need to visualize your success. Develop a dream book or a file. And we say file because you can build this in PowerPoint, in Word. Today, we make a vision board and we make it digitally. It's easy to do and it's extremely effective. We couldn't believe it. How I think it works even better than the old vision boards because we see it more.
Yeah.
And then take action. Pick up the phone. Don't let your history keep you from your destiny.
That's a good one. I love it. So let's talk a little bit more, if you would, about now verbalizing your goals. First visualizing it, then verbalizing your goal.
We have to claim it. Marty knows I'm really sick if he hears me say, I feel great. He knows I'm trying to pull myself out of something,
right,
and to feel better. And you need to discuss your goals with people who believe in you and who want the best for you. Do daily affirmations to yourself, weekly or monthly, maybe with other people. One of the things I used to do was money come to me. And I would say it out loud. And you'll see when we get to our vision board that Marty actually built a visual of that. And then hold yourself accountable, because just saying it isn't going to make it happen. It'll put you in the position to make it happen, but it's not magic. And then find a partner to track each other's success, to be held accountable to. Break your goals into daily activities and do a little bit of it every single day. Take the shot. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. And this is a picture I took of my daughter's eyes when I was a single mom and I wanted to make myself make the call.
That's right. So we talked about visualizing, we talked about verbalizing. Now let's talk about writing your goals down. One of the most important steps, I believe, they're all important, but one of the things is that if it's not on paper, it's not necessarily real. And we want to talk about SMART goals, which is SMART goals meaning specific, measurable, achievable, relevant to you, and time sensitive. We got to have a deadline on it. So be very specific, first of all, with your detailed description. The best example I can use that most people think about is a new car. The idea is what kind of car it is, what make and model, what color it is, what type of interior is it, what size of the engine, what features does it have. Those are the very specific things that you need to have, not just I would like a new car. All right. So first of all, you have to see yourself in that new car. We're going to talk more about how that could be on your vision board, specifically the color, the make, the year, etc. And then the idea is that some of these goals that you're writing down will be short-term goals. And it might even be like a task list of what are you going to do today? And then that turns into a midterm type goal. And that might be 1 to 5 years that you want to see happening in your life and your business. The long-term range goals are just as important as well, which is 5+ years. And then there's some lifetime or legacy type achievement goals, like before you go on to a better place.
Right.
What are some of the things you want to do in your lifetime? So those are the big goals, and you'll be amazed that if you focus on the short-term goals, midterm goals, how those rest of them will take care of themselves.
Yep.
So we talked a little bit about the specific part. Now we want to talk about the measurable part and also the achievable part, because the most important thing is that you believe you can do it. And Cheryl talked about be careful of who you share your goals with, because there's plenty of dream stealers out there that if you talk too big and you talk too positive about how life can be better and you live this different way or think differently than others, they're going to try and tear you down and tell you it won't work. And so be careful. Sometimes that negative brother-in-law or the aunt who always tells you that'll never work, you're a dreamer. Guys, I'm going to tell you right now, it starts with dreams, and then you simply set your goals into action, and life can actually happen. And then relevant, be very significant as far as what you're looking to do, and it needs to be very specific to you. And then time sensitive. We talked about that on or before, and that's where your short-term and long-term time frames will come in. But the most important thing is do it now. Cheryl mentioned if you don't do a lot, just do a little all the time, because that's the key to developing that habit. All right. So now let's talk a little bit more about, I'll have you start off with where you are and what you're looking for.
You're the one you're looking for. I used to think, man, I'm going to find a hitter. I'm going to go out and find somebody who understands the industry and who will just grab it. And then I realized the way to do that is to become one. And you need to make a post and share from your member center. Like we're having a big kickoff in a week or 2 weeks. It's January 7th. So share. There is hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of media for you to go in and just grab. You don't have to pay anyone to develop them. It's already there. Roger already paid for it. And send out 5 invites a day. You're on your way. This is something that is doable. It's not easy. It's different. It's something you have to break out of old habits if you want something new. And we need to ask people to check out the new algorithm or the new AI. And that's our meology. That's the way we've gotten the last 3 people who checked it out. We asked them to just check the technology for us. And this is something that when I was in the business we were in before, where I met Marty, after we were married, I said to him, I said, what was it you first noticed about me? Thinking, it would be my smile, the way I dress. And what did you say?
You always had a guest at the meeting.
Because nobody was coming to save me. I had to save myself.
Yep. And so she brought a lot of people to help them see what she saw, and good things happen. So write it down and start tracking some of these activities. The number of calls that you're making each day, each week, each month, and those people that you want to help. Also take a look at, who do you know as far as the number of people that you want to help become, healthier. Also the people that you want to help be wealthier, like the number of people that are looking to create an income. And it might be a couple $100 extra a month. It might be 500 to 1,000. And then others might want to be even bigger numbers. It's going to be different for different people. I personally would start with the people who want to make a lot of money. But the fact of the matter is that everyone can benefit. And then also the annual residual income. That's that passive residual. Remember, we talked in the first exercise, $10,000 a month or $120,000 a year might be the specific thing that you're writing down. It might be more, could be less. It's totally up to you. And then what promotion level will you achieve? And the next and most important promotion is the one that you're not quite to. So be looking at just the next one or the one just ahead of that. And then also the number of new ambassadors that you're going to attract to the business. Very important, because the business is built with ambassadors.
That's right.
All right. So Cheryl, let's talk now a little bit more about changing your habits will change your life.
Now, one of the ways you can change your habit is to invest some time in personal development. There's online books, there's Zoom meetings, there's Monday mission calls. These are all things you can do without spending a dime. You just have to spend some time and commit to those success habits. You can check your member center for success tools, and those big goals come from the little goals, right?
Yep, absolutely. No question about it. And Dr. Shackley says,
thinking at random will get you nowhere. You must aim your thoughts at a specific target. Step by step, your goals will grow into massive goals.
There you go. All right, awesome. Thank you. All right, so with that, let's talk a little bit more about specifically with the goals, and that is directing your focus. Very, very important. You know, you think about this majestic eagle that has this amazing laser focus, you know, getting his eye on the prize, which, you know, might be the little mouse or the rabbit, but the point is that he's very, very focused. All right. And then, of course, sharing your dreams. And that's sharing your dreams with those people who can help you achieve your dreams. Remember, we talked about the negative sister-in-law or the aunt. And again, we could pick on the nephew as well. But the point is that you got to be careful who you share your dreams with. And then, of course, help us, you know, focusing on the IPAs, the income producing activities. So these goals really get you focused on that and also help you achieve a healthier lives, because we want to lead by example. So one of the things that we can do is to go from that victim mentality to victor. So victim or victor, it's your choice, right?
That's right.
The fortune is in the follow-up. And that's one of the incredible things I keep telling everyone, is that you might get a yes right away, which is great, but the no's are what really builds your character. And the more no's you get, the more yeses will eventually come, as long as you're willing to do the work following up. So with that, I want to share a little bit more about the vision board. And to do that, we have a special guest speaker by the name of Steve Harvey. And he's going to talk in just 1 minute about how and what you would do in the way of creating a vision board and why it is so important.
Wow.
It's the next one right there. There you go.
Wow, we had it right here. I don't know what happened to it.
Okay.
Hold on, we're going to grab it here.
All right. So if you
we'll
just re-click on that, and we'll skip through the commercial on there.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, everyone. Again, you can fast forward at some point during this. That is.
Wow, it worked before we started here.
Okay. So
once you identify your gift,
all right, guys, thanks for your patience.
You have got to write this information down
and take this back. And guys, 1 minute, focus on these words. They are powerful.
Once you identify your gift, you have got to write this information down. If you do not have a vision board, if you don't have a dream list, I am telling you, you are complicating your process to getting what you want in life. You're complicating it because you are missing, because maybe nobody ever told you, or maybe you don't think that it applies to you, but a simple principle of success is that it has to be written down somewhere. Oprah was on TV for 30 years talking about these vision boards. Oprah, she got $1 billion. She has my attention. Now, like like I said earlier, you don't got to be rich to be happy. Maybe your goal is not to make $1 million. That's cool. But maybe you just need 150,000. Maybe you just need 200,000. I'm telling you, you have to write this information down.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So with that, I just want you guys to understand how important it is. And let me go back here.
We got to exit out of here.
All right. That'll take us back.
Yep.
All
There
right,
you go.
perfect. Beautiful.
Magic.
Yay. All right, teamwork. So you have one life, set big goals, and you will never be disappointed that you tried to go for something. And it's like the shooting for the stars, but landing on the moon. The idea is big goals will get you further than no goals at all. All right, let's go on and talk about, there we go, the next slide, which is our vision board. You want to talk a little bit about that?
Now, this is one of our older vision boards. Today, I was working for the Masters Executive Committee most of the day, and I had this ready, but I didn't have the vision board in it. And so this is one that we had put together a while ago, and we're going to have our current one next week when we hand out the award, because we're doing a competition during the month of December.
Yeah.
But in ours, remember I said, money come to me? And Marty built this picture of the money rolling in. And that's something you can have if you want. It's up on our team site, Paid to Be Green team on Facebook. And then we had angels over our family. And then I have another big angel there because we don't want to mess with the little angels playing the harp. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but we feel like we need warrior angels. And one of the goals we wanted for my daughter was to travel. And she's traveled all over. And in fact, in a week and a half, they're leaving for Costa Rica. So, and then always fun with the babies out on the lake, or Marty riding the red dragon, or just having peaceful time on the lake, out kayaking. And this was my goal ring a long time ago. We'll show the original. The one I have now is almost identical. In fact, I don't know how close you can see that, but it's amazing. And then I want a rubber ducky when we live on the water, and we want a beautiful view of the water. So that's how we put our vision goal together. And it's scary how close it has come to the life that we have manifested over the years. And we also have a check in the original one. And I had just picked a number out of thin air, and we ended up almost matching that number identical.
Amazing.
So
next week, I hope that you'll all be working, those of you that are watching live, on your vision board to be a part of that prize. For those of you that would like to see ours and some of the things that have been accomplished, we'll have that for
we'll
next week.
have that next week during the award ceremony.
All right, beautiful. So one of the big things that we talk about is that you can do it, and you need to believe in yourself. So yes, you can. I believe in each and every one of you. You simply need to believe in yourself.
Activate your thoughts and activate your life. You can do this.
Beautiful. All right. Well, thanks again, everyone. I hope that this will help you in 2023 to get focused on your goals, to visualize them, to verbalize them, and to write them down. And I hope that you'll take the time to create a vision board. If it's good enough for Oprah Winfrey and others, we'll have some links on our site where you can go and check out some other things as far as going through that exercise of putting together a vision board. Thanks, everyone.
Let's go get it.
2023.
Set yourself free.